Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching Nile Cruise on Nile TV, and of course, Dr. Khalid Anani, Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, said that the process of restoring the step pyramid of Zoser in Saqqara took 14 years because it was a very sensitive topic, noting that the idea started since 2003, where studies began to indicate that the threat of the pyramid due to its exposure to severe cracks, and began studies that lasted for 3 years, followed by starting to contracting in 2006 until all projects unfortunately halted in 2011 due to the events of the January Revolution, until its restoration was resumed at the end of 2015 in light of negative reports received regarding its condition from the UNESCO. Dear viewers, and in light of this context, to know more about the restoration of the Saqqara pyramid, of course, we have with us today Dr. Ashraf Youssef, who is the General Director of Saqqara Restoration Department. A very good day, sir, and it's a pleasure to have you with us.
Yes, thank you. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ashraf, for being here with us today. Of course, the focus nowadays in Egypt in general, in tourism and antiquity scene, is the Zoser or the Djoser pyramid that was restored for the past 14 years.
Yeah.
Millions of pounds, millions of dollars were spent to be restoring the pyramid. If we can start with the task of about 15 years of restoration, how did it begin and how did it end in the pyramid?
Yeah, okay. First, I want to say that 14 years is not so much time to restore a building which comes from 500 years ago. So 14 years is not so time. And also, if we spend a lot of time, a lot of money and a lot of time, it's not too much to spend for one of the unique monuments in Egypt. It is the first stone building all over the world. So, if we want to start, we can say that the project started in 2006, and the real work started from 2007. My work, myself, I started in 2007, and we began the restoration at this time. I can tell you that we had a lot of problems in the step pyramid, outside and inside. We can speak about the outside problems first. That in the south facade, we could find something like a cave inside the first facade. It was about 1880 meters long and about from 8 meters to 16 meters inside the first facade. So it was like caving, and we have about thousands of blocks which hanging everywhere. So we wanted to fix all this, because from time to time we found that a block of stone fell down, and this make a terrible feeling for us and also for tourists who come to visit the place. So we start working to fix this. Of course, we have a lot of ideas, and we have a lot of proposals how to do the work here. From the first time, we decided that we are working. Our work will depend on the rules of UNESCO and of all the meetings of restoration. So when we started, we decided to use the natural materials. So our mortar, to choose a mortar to work with, we took about 6 months to choose just the mortar which we work with, and we used just lime-based mortar for our work. No cement in the step pyramid, no cement, no new products, just for injection with epoxy. So when we started the work outside, it was big task, and at this time it was very fearful for us. When you work under these hanging stones, it may fall down any time. So it took a lot of time for us, and it took a lot of efforts also. If we wanted to speak about the work inside, we have a big problem inside. The shaft of the step pyramid, where is the sarcophagus down. When we went to the shaft, we found that the sarcophagus, we can't see the sarcophagus. although it is 4 meters high. What is the cause of this? The cause of this is that the earthquake in 1992 make destroying the ceiling, and most of the stones fall down and covered all the sarcophagus. So we wanted to start working this. But how can we start work while we have also block of stones that may fall down any time? So we make something like a platform, wooden platform for the people to work and to be safe, and we remove everything from behind, from the sides of the sarcophagus, and we make laser scan to see where we can make a scaffold to go up and start working outside. So when we finish this, we make scaffold. It was very, very good kind of scaffold, and it's Egyptian people who make this. So then we go up and we began restoring. The project up was, the idea was Egyptian, but when we wanted to improve it, we asked for some technology from England also.
From England?
Yes. Yes.
Why England specifically?
Because the company which did this work is specialized in this kind of work. So when we started, we asked the English people, and they come and they promised to help us in this work. Of course, it was a very good kind of restoration, because we make iron bars, steels, and we make injection to make something like in it of parts which make all the ceiling as one unit. So at this time we make parts every place, and we could save the ceiling of the shaft, and now it's very safe, and the people are happy now to visit this place. Okay.
Okay, sir. Of course, noting, of course, that the UNESCO praised the restoration of the Zoser pyramid since 2018 during work, because it is carefully, it was very well restored,
Yeah.
and that represents an archaeological touristic addition to Egypt and Egyptians, of course, and to the entire world.
Yeah.
And to all the engineers of the world, where no student in Egypt in the first band of the Faculty of Engineering did not study the splendor of the architectural design of the Zoser pyramid. What, from your own perspective, sir, is your motto on this? Why does every engineer have to study the idea that the Zoser pyramid is a step?
Yeah, I can tell you that something is that there was an engineer, French engineer, is called Louer, who is the first person who started work in the step pyramid. And
He is a French engineer.
Yes, a French engineer, and he started his work in 1991. Of course, he did a lot of restoration work, and it was very useful at this time. But by the material which was available for him at this time, and also the ideas which was available for him at this time, Louer also said that the steps of the pyramids were added from time to time. I mean, when the ancient Egyptians started, it was a mastaba only, just one mastaba. And then the ancient Egyptian added four steps, and it reached to 6 steps. So when we started work, it was necessary to start a good study about the step pyramid. So we started engineering and archaeological survey and restoration. All this were documented before we start to work. Also, we bring all the paper which we write about from the IFAO, and we started work to study it. How this man did his work, and we started from his end. So we make new thing and try to avoid any mistake which he did by not on purpose, of course.
Yes, and right now we're at the Museum of Imhotep, and a number of artifacts and monuments were restored and renovated. Could you tell us more about the restoration works that took place for the monuments that we can see now on the screen, and more specifically the statue of Zoser, even without his head?
Yes, of course, it's another tale which we can tell you about here. And we started working in this project with our colleagues. Of course, we can see a lot of artifacts which we restore here. We can see the snakes here. I can tell you that we bring this from the complex of the State Pyramid. It was not completed, as you can see, and we make them together. They were separated, so we make them together and complete the other parts with mortar, as you can see. So this one of the thing which we restored. Also, this statue, it was a very good idea not to fix the two parties, because we have a part missing from it. So it was a good idea to make it in this way. We make the lower part and we put the upper part on another place to be in the same level. Yes, yes. And if you looked behind, we can see these panels, and this typical imitated the State Pyramid and the south tomb of Djoser, because we can see these viands, these clocks of viands. We brought it from the State Pyramid because they were on the ground, so we gathered it and we make something like a sample, because at this time the State Pyramid was closed. No one can enter it. It is the first time the State Pyramid that people go inside it. This is just from 1 week. So we wanted to show the people how was the State Pyramid from inside, how was the South Tomb from inside. So we make these examples to show the people what is in the State Pyramid. So we bring this, and as restorers, we begin to fix it in its place like
Was this renovated, sir, and reopened with the Sahara, with the Zoser Pyramid?
Again?
This museum, the
Yes.
Ibn Khattab Museum,
Yes.
was it reopened last week with the Sahara Pyramids?
No. This was open from a long time.
It's open. It was already
Yes,
open.
yes,
It's not,
yes,
it's
for a
not
long time, yes.
They're not related.
Yes, but-
so the Sahara pyramids, it's
Just
the
from
one
1
that
week, it was opened from
week,
just
from
1
the
week.
inside.
Yes. So as I told you, it was who can come inside the State Pyramid while it was demolishing. So no one can go inside. And also we are as authorities, we can't leave anyone to go inside because it will be a problem. So we make this example to show the people how the State Pyramid from inside. Yeah.
Okay, so considering that the completion of the restoration of the Zoser pyramid represents a gift to the entire world, of course,
Yeah.
Along with other achievements such as the restoration of the Jewish temple on the Prophet Daniel Street and the opening of the first museum in the red ink in the city of Hurghada.
Yeah.
Of course, the Minister of Antiquities and, of course, Tourism, Mr. Khalid Anani, revealed that this month will also witness the inauguration of the Baran Palace.
Yes.
Would you think, sir, that this month all this can take place?
Yes, of course. But I wanted to tell you something else.
Please tell me.
That we have a new museum in the new capital.
Wow, that's
Yes.
amazing. Yeah.
Yes, I was working
Other
there.
than the gem, other than the Grand Egyptian
No,
Museum.
not Egypt, another one, in the new capital.
Oh.
It is the museum of the new capital. Now we are transferring some of our monuments to this. I am
So
proud.
the one in the new capital.
Yes, yes. I am proud because I am one of the team who transfer a tomb, a complete tomb, which was in Sohag just from last July, and we ended the work just from 1 week. The tomb of Tutu. It's the tomb of Tutu. His name was Tutu. He's from Sohag. And we take all this tomb and took it to the new capital. So now we have a lot of great projects which I think we will be proud of it, and also it will be something to bring all the world to us.
Okay, sir. Next month we'll also witness an opening of a museum in Sharm el-Sheikh.
Yes,
And the partial opening of the Museum of Civilization.
yes.
Tell us more about it, sir.
Yeah, of course I don't work there.
Yes, but what's your
Yes,
what
yes,
the
but
information you
yes,
do
yes.
have?
But
as-
I can tell you that about the museum in Sharm el-Sheikh. It was not so big museum. It was a small one, like Hurghada's one. But it will also tell us about some part of the Egyptian civilization there. Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Ashraf Youssef, of course, the General Director of Sa'ara Restoration Department.
Yeah.
We thank you so much for joining us.
Yes,
in
sir.
this,
You are welcome. You are
segment,
welcome
of
anytime.
course, and thank you very much for your informative knowledge. Thank you so much,
Yes,
sir.
thank you. Thank you.
Ahmed?
And of course, this brings us to the end of this segment of Nile Cruise. Stay tuned.
Thank you.